Kelsey Fike's parents are beyond heartbroken.
When do you miss Kelsey the most?
Every single minute of the day.
Their beautiful 21-year-old daughter, once full of life, seemingly the innocent victim of a horrific mobile home fire.
What did they tell you?
They just said it had been a fire. And they found her deceased at about 5-something that morning.
And the dog too?
Yes, and Dante in the living room.
Kelsey shared the little love nest with her boyfriend, Alex Young, but he happened to be out of town. So Kelsey was home alone when flames erupted in the master bedroom.
I knew Kelsey so well that I don't imagine or knew like what she would be going through and what she would have felt or if she would have screamed. It was terrible.
When rescuers arrive, the fire alarm is blaring, but the flames are so intense, there's no way to save Kelsey.
I accepted in a weird way that if there was a fire, she'd probably fallen asleep and not known what happened.
And that explanation made sense because Alex had previously complained about a faulty furnace. Still, investigator Doug McCarty says Kearney police wanted to be sure there was no foul play.
We went out and our investigator went out to the scene and started taking pictures and working his way through it.
And right from the start, McCarty smells trouble.
Was the door locked?
No, both the front door and the back door were unlocked when we arrived.
Inside the burned-out trailer, investigators find Kelsey's body on the floor just outside the master bedroom.
She wasn't very badly burned.
So Kelsey's body wasn't charred?
No. She had some slight fire damage.
So investigators assume Kelsey died of smoke inhalation. That is, until they get a closer look. Then, sheer horror.
So what did you determine after examining her body?
She had bruising throughout her upper torso, her arms, her nose had been broken, her cheek, lip had been hit, and then she had blunt force trauma to the head. Then she had been manually strangled, and then a ligature had been used too.
A ligature?
Yes. The assailant struck her and then strangled her with his hands, or her hands, and then used a ligature to finish the homicide.
Cops now say Kelsey Fike was murdered and the mobile home torched to cover it up.
Was there an accelerant used?
There was not an accelerant used. But here's our point of origin. You can see the charring and how it was on this far wall.
But this isn't what killed Kelsey. The fire is not what killed her.
No, Kelsey was dead before the fire was set.
Was it even more horrible to learn that she had been murdered?
Yes. Yes. It was.
Who would do that to your daughter?
I have no idea.
Officer McCarty says they begin with the obvious person, her boyfriend, Alex Young.
Was the boyfriend ever a suspect?
We always look at the person that they're living with. Commonly, that's the suspect. We knew within probably an hour that he was gone and he was in maneuvers in Louisiana, so we had ruled him out pretty quickly.
Did your investigation uncover anyone who may have had it out for Kelsey?
We just never found anybody that disliked Kelsey. She was liked by all of her friends, and even the exes liked her.
Catching Kelsey's killer was proving to be more complicated than a typical homicide because of the fire damage.
A lot of our evidence was either washed away or burnt up.
So Kearney cops go back to old-fashioned police legwork, beginning with the obscure location of the mobile home.
She lived in a trailer park that's tucked away in between two businesses, really hard to find unless you know where she lives.
Cops also found something else curious, that unlocked front door.
And what does that indicate anything?
We're not sure if that means that she knew that somebody was coming over or she just neglected to lock the door.
But the biggest clue may surround her beloved basset hound, Dante. Neighbors never heard him bark that night.
The dog was very possessive. He was very protective. He would bark at anybody that came up near the house, and he was a basset hound, so people knew when he was barking. And nobody heard him barking that night.
That is odd.
It seems odd to us.
With that, cops now wonder if Kelsey's killer was a friend of hers.
Her boyfriend was gone. It's a very secluded area. She was very careful about who she let in the house. The dog didn't bark. So I think it's probably somebody that she knew.
Do you think that Kelsey's murder was random or targeted?
I lean towards targeted because she was very attractive. She worked the mall. A lot of people came through there. Some weird person, perverted person could have targeted her.
But who? Finally, police catch a much-needed break.
We have surveillance video from across the street that shows a car leaving the trailer court.
Right there, headlights.
So you're pretty sure that that person is the killer?
We've never identified the car. We've never identified somebody leaving from there, so we think it probably was.
2 different angles, both time-stamped 4:39 a.m., approximately 10 minutes before the fire was reported.
Well, we're pretty sure it's a sedan. More likely it's dark in color.
The problem? The video is too far away to get a plate number or the make of the car.
I could see where this really helps police with the timeline, but it's very hard to make out that vehicle.
Cops still need more, and they get it. The coroner finds strange DNA on Kelsey's body.
Was she sexually assaulted?
We think that maybe they tried to sexually assault her and she fought. She put up a fight and that they weren't able to accomplish what they were there for.
But what about the DNA? Could that lead cops to Kelsey's killer? Well, there was a problem there too. When firefighters used their high-pressure hoses to knock down the flames, the force of the water blended Kelsey's DNA with her possible killer's DNA.
So Kelsey's DNA is mixed with someone else's.
Right.
Investigator McCarty sent the samples to one of the most sophisticated crime labs in the country, hoping to find out who was in Kelsey's mobile home that terrible night.
And you're trying to separate them scientifically to see if you can get clear DNA.
So then we'd have an actual ability to match that DNA to our suspect.
Wow, that could actually be the break in this case.
It could. We're hopeful that it will be. We really want closure for the family.
For now, it's a painful waiting game.
I wake up every morning with the knowledge that my beautiful 21-year-old daughter was very brutally murdered. That's not going to change.
Until science can help solve Kelsey's murder mystery, her family hopes someone will come forward. Because they know somewhere out there, a killer is still on the loose.
This case needs to be solved, not for Kelsey, but for any future potential victims of this individual, so that the next person doesn't go through the pain and the terror that my Kelsey did. Sorry.
Again, there's a $30,000 reward for any information leading to the capture and conviction of a suspect in Kelsey's death. If you know anything, you can submit a tip at crimewatchdaily.com or call the Buffalo County Crime Stoppers. That number is 1-308-237-3424.